Evening, ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, or this evening's video, we're going to look at the auction again because it's been updated and there are more tanks on there. Now I don't think that this round is better than the last round. Of course, the last round you had things like the Badger, which is one of the best tanks in the game, not just in tier 10, but honestly right now I do think it is one of the best tanks in the game. So we're going to start off with the first one. We're going to look through them, we're going to look at the prices and whether you should buy it right now, or whether you should wait, or whether you should just leave it and wait till the next the next round. So the first tank is the Emil 1951. Now it's not a bad tank, but for 8,500 gold I just think that you should wait. Obviously the next round it does go down to 8,000. Even at that price, to be honest, I just think you should wait because that is normally the standard price for a tier 8 tank. So, yeah, I don't think you should purchase the Emil at that price. Moving on, you have the Object 260, currently at 15,000 gold. Again, I think you should wait. It's not a fantastic tier 10 tank, and 15,000 gold, you can get that for that price when it does come for sale. So like the auction's supposed to be a way to get tanks for cheap. At the moment 15,000 gold is not cheap. It is the bulk standard price that you would pay. Even the next round at 14,000 gold, like it's only 1,000 cheaper. So I would probably wait. I would probably wait for the Object 260. It's not a fantastic tank. It's not a must-have tank to buy. So yeah, there's no rush in buying that. Moving on, we have the Predator. Now, honestly, the Predator, I think, is one of the worst tier 7s in the game. It can be fun. This one is an auto loader. It can be fun, but yeah, I do think it is one of the worst tier 7s. But at 5,000 gold, I mean, it is fairly cheap. You'll be able to get it for cheaper. There's still over 2,800 left. So I would wait. Maybe if it does get to around 3,500, something like that, then yeah, it might be worth buying. The fact that it is a collectible as well, so if you don't like it, you can always sell it and you can always get some gold back. But yeah, I probably wouldn't buy the Predator. Moving on, of course, it is a tank that you should be looking out for, and that is the T22. Now, 15,000 gold, if it runs really low, then I would probably pay 15,000 gold. But it is definitely one I would keep an eye on with how many vehicles left. But yeah, I think the T22 is a must-have in anyone's garage. The fact that Wargaming has never really sold this for years, yeah, it's still a strong tank. It really is still a strong tank, and not as strong as it was when it was first into the when it first come into the game. But yeah, it's a very difficult tank to get your hands on. Nowadays, it does come for sale a lot more, and it is a lot easier to get a hold of. So I probably wouldn't pay 15,000 gold because, again, when it does come for sale, it is usually around that without the camo. But yeah, for sure, I would definitely keep an eye on the T22. And if it does drop to 14,500 or even cheaper, then yeah, when it starts getting low, the vehicles left starts getting sort of below 1,000 or below 500, then I would strongly recommend buying that, because even at 15,000 gold, you're still getting your money's worth. I would pay 15,000 gold all day long for this tank. Moving on, you have the KP, well, the Camp Panzer 70. Now, currently, this is 10,000 gold. It is a tier 9 German heavy tank. Now, this is one of those tanks that performs really well against tier 8s. It obviously has that high alpha gun. It is very good for ammo racking tanks as well. But I would probably, again, just like the others, I would probably wait just a little bit. It is a good tank to have in your garage. Up against tier 10s, yes, you can struggle. The armor profile and all that isn't that good. The gun's okay. Obviously, the alpha is really nice. And yeah, the fact that you are able to ammo rack quite a lot of tanks. But yeah, definitely one to keep your eye on. Below 10,000, yeah, I would probably pay. And to be fair, even if it does go down really low, you're still getting a tier 9 tank for 10,000 gold. So anything cheaper than 10,000 gold, I think it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. 9,750, again, if it goes below 500, sort of the 250 mark, then yeah, I would probably recommend getting the tank, because it is a good tank to have in your garage, and it's also good at things like mad games and stuff like that. So yeah, a very enjoyable tank to play. Moving on, you have a tank that I absolutely love, and that is the AMX Cannon 105. I absolutely love this tank. The armor's not really great, but the speed, everything like that is very, very good. And also the gun is amazing. 7,000 gold currently, and again, I do think this will drop. So if this does drop to the 6,500 mark, I think that is a very good price for a very good tank. It's got a good DPM, good penetration, and the gun, as I've said, is absolutely amazing. So definitely a tank that you should keep an eye on, the AMX 105. Moving on to the next tank. Now, these tanks are pretty boring, if I'm honest. The T28 Defender. It's a nice looking tank. It's not a bad tank, but they're sort of they're boring. Some of these Defender tanks are really, really boring. The IS-3 Defender, boring. The T28 Defender, boring. But there are a couple of good Defenders. Just for me, this ain't one of them. At 7,500 gold, I probably wouldn't pay for that, no, and I probably wouldn't even pay 7,000 gold for the tank. If it does drop to sort of 6,000, 6,500, then yes, maybe it will be worth thinking about getting the tank. But out of all these, I definitely wouldn't recommend the T28 Defender. But as you can see, there are still a lot more tanks coming into the auction, which again, hopefully when these start coming in the auction, I will make an updated video, because there are still a lot of tanks left to come. What tanks are coming, we will find out. We will find out. But currently, the tanks that are in the auction, of course, tier 10s are always, you always have to look at tier 10s. Everybody wants a tier 10 premium tank, but some of them, I think you should just wait. But so yeah, not bad tanks in this this auction, to be fair. Obviously, as I've said, the AMX 105 is a very, very good tank. Keep an eye on that. The Kampfpanzer 70, good tank, fun tank. Definitely keep an eye on that if it does drop. And the one to watch out for really is that T22. Still 2,800 left, 15,000 gold. I do think it will drop. I don't think it will sell out that quickly, but as soon as it drops to the 14,500 mark, I do think they will sell very, very quick. So definitely the tank of the auction so far. Well, not the auction, but this auction. The Badger is still, I believe, the tank for the auction, but they are all gone. And now it is the T22 medium. Definitely keep an eye out for that guy. This guy is amazing. Honestly, the T22, no matter what anyone says, it is still a strong tank, and it still can perform really, really well. And as I've said, even 15,000 gold, I would still pay 15,000 gold. But while there is still quite a lot left, you might as well just keep waiting. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Let me know which tank you want to come in this year's auction. Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.